What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Now, we do have a brief little interlude here before we go ahead and hit up Dust Town. I did want to quickly go over to the Circle Tower and do what we gotta do for Dagna. We also completed a lot of quests for the Tavern guy inside Denerim, so we are gonna dip inside there and turn those in. We had Mr. K, whose barrel exploded in our face, and we did also kill all the false witnesses, so I would like to pick up the rest of those quests before we head back into Orzammar, just in case any of them lead us there.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery.
Very glad to learn. Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar? Indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
All she wants is to study the theory of magic.
Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered.
Indeed. She's willing to give up caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Irving is a great man. Thank you, First Enchanter.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
You have an extra pair of hands to help rebuild.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you.
A dwarven pair of hands to rebuild, no less. Forgive me, but I must take my leave.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
Irving always the kind, generous-hearted man. Now we're gonna dip back to Denerim. I'll go ahead and edit out the travel for you guys. Alrighty, here we are at the Gnawed Noble Tavern. Let's see if our friend has anything else for us.
What can I get you, stranger?
I finished a favor for one of your interested parties. He nods discreetly and makes the recognition you are owed. 6 sovereigns for that, which is huge.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let's see if our friend has any more quests for us. He does. We have harsh decisions. To the Warden from D. So, the person assisting me is the infamous Grey Warden. I like that. Someone else who prefer hands-on, not playing with trinkets. We are alike, you and I. I'm sick of the journeymen changing things just to make their name, and I'm tired of trying to make friends. Business is business, not who likes who. It's time to set an example. Young K is becoming too much of a headache. I want him dead. No whispers, no setting plots in motion. Everyone knows he's after my territory. No point in hiding the act now. In fact, I'll spread the word and his lieutenants will find you. You can take it. You're the Warden. It seems like we're in some trouble here. Got ourselves a fight on our hands at some point. Basically just got a bounty put on our own heads. See if the Blackstones have anything. I don't believe we have anything to turn into them.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Indeed. So at some point now, we are going to get jumped. Regardless of all that, we do have business back in Orzammar. Very important business. So we are going to go ahead and head straight back to Orzammar. I'll go ahead and cut out the journey again. Unless, of course, we get jumped by these mercenaries.
Fine dwarven crafts.
Alrighty, here we are back at Orzammar. Let's tell Dagna the great news.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the Circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
The gasp of excitement is very adorable. First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the Circle since Ferelden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
Nothing. The mages need every ally they can get.
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe you will. We might swing by and see how you made it. Yeah, the enthusiasm she has for the circle is very commendable, and it'll be good for the mages, I think, having a dwarf on hand like that. Now here's the chantry finally set up. We can go ahead and slide in, so let's see how the first procession went. I wonder if Brother Burkel has run into any issues since he's been here. He has 2 worshippers.
Welcome to what will soon be Orzammar's first chantry. The chant of light will reach all corners of the world. We will never forget who made this possible.
Good. I expect a plaque on the door.
I will, see what I can do.
I'm totally joking, Burkel, you're fine. I don't really need a plaque. I'd much rather be the silent assistant. We don't need the credit. Alright, let's head into Dusttown. Heard a lot of rumors about this place being full of criminals, thieves, murderers, rapists, all the lowlives.
Between this side of town and the others is striking.
Yeah, I believe the codex we read said that this town is literally just built upon a rubble of a thaig that's no longer functional. You already see that as soon as we step in. Rotten buildings, there's rubble falling over, everything is broken. And immediately get jumped by Dusttown thugs. I wonder if that's anything to do with the Figos Imports bandits that we killed. I would certainly enjoy it if it was. Again, I don't mind cleaning out the rabble here. They definitely deserve it. Any member of the little cartel down here is gonna meet my sword very quickly. Again, slavers, rapists, extortionists, blackmailers. I have no love lost for any of these.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I am definitely not a guardsman. I am apparition, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I'd have to hear what you're asking.
No offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of his stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
Now, this little dwarf has a giant suitcase, briefcase full of bull, and he's selling. That whole thing about the stone lady showing her love with lyrium, that's all nonsense. He just wants to make a quick buck. However, I do kind of agree that the Chantry shouldn't be the only ones being able to peddle lyrium. They use that to have the Templars be addicted and all that kind of nonsense, and any chance I get to undermine that aspect of the Chantry, I will certainly take, and we get to make a lot of money on the way. We do have a Persuade here, which is 50's a bit much when you've got no options. 40.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting
I
for the
definitely
next order
don't.
somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Right, now that was a huge investment by us, but rest assured we are going to make it back in kind. Explore Dusttown a little bit. We have Alamar's Emporium. I would be wondering what's in there, given we're in
Whoever
Dusttown.
you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
Right. Makes you think I'm looking for anybody.
As you wish.
Here's the Emporium. Fuck the Alamar.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Maybe you have your finger on the pulse somewhere. This doesn't look like a store.
Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money.
Right, right. I have some spare equipment. What'll you give me?
Why don't you take a look?
I have no quarrel with this man. He's just trying to make a living, and he's doing it honestly. At least he's not robbing and thieving and raping like everybody else in Dust Town, so... Of course, support that if we can. We don't really want the diamond mole. You can go ahead and take that. You'll make some sovereigns off that in the long run, I'm sure. Caddis of the Tricksters, plus 3 damage. It's not bad. The robe's not so good. We have Effort's Boots. That's a unique set. He somehow managed to get a crow shield, which is very interesting. You wouldn't happen to have a backpack for me in all this, would you? He does not. That is unfortunate. We are going to grab this Lyrium Dust, though. I do know we'll be needing that in the expansion for this game. You'll be needing a lot of Lyrium Dust inside Awakening. Right. Assembly Directive. Somebody here should be able to talk to us.
Look at me. They think I'm less than dirt.
It is very unfortunate that they're all born into this. Now, Shady Corbett, if you remember a couple episodes ago, we were told that somebody stole the book from the Shaper, and he said that it was a bald man with a huge, ugly tattoo on his forehead. Shady Corbett kind of matches the description.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
I'm about to be very in your element. I'm looking for a thief who dared steal from the Shaper.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
And you talked yourself into a very bad day by saying me there by accident, friend. Boy. There goes Corbett, or Norbit, whatever his name was. His approving receipt. A losing bet and receipt, crumpled in anger. These are only permitted in the proving grounds. So whoever he sold it to was in the proving somewhere. Luckily for us, we are heading there shortly.
I'll just get out of your way.
He's in Nadezda.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Let's see. Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food.
Well, thank you truly, my lord. That's right good of you. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the diamond quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezda to fill?
Definitely not, but I'd actually like to get some information. Tell me about Dust Town.
It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the castless live, because we're not welcome elsewhere. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
How did you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
That's rough. Can they just get away with that?
I don't know where you're from, but in Orzammar, castless have no lineage, so it's no crime to hurt you. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town.
I should get going now.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
Indeed, hopefully we fed her a little. Paid her for the information. Idle dwarf.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You just have to hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
Have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
You see, he did used to have nugs. They're a little worse for wear here.
Why's someone like you hanging about Dust Town so much? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I thought this man was the one we talked to for the pet nugs, but I suppose not. He can get one, of course.
You got a crust of bread to spare?
A lot of people around here to talk to.
Spare a bit for the needy? Please. It's not for me, it's for my child. Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Now, she has no brand on her face. She doesn't seem like she belongs here. Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back.
Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
That is some Spartan Mountain kind of fucking theology. If you're a miner, why would your son be casteless?
In Orzammar, lineage is traced through the child's same-sex parent. Had my baby been a girl, she would have been a miner like me. But as a boy, my son is considered tainted forever by his father's seed.
Isn't there any other solution?
Yes. I can become casteless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Don't look a gift warden in the mouth.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
I will certainly try. I am very persuasive. I wouldn't worry too much about your stiff-necked father. Slums house and a beggar here.
You looking for some excitement, honey?
Definitely
Came
not.
to the right place.
Barking up the wrong tree. What do we have inside here? Much it seems. We are certainly going to go ahead right over to Tapster's after this. I'm very invested in not having that child die in the streets somewhere. If we can avoid that, it's going to be avoided.
On it.
Alright, I am going to go ahead and run mosey on down to Tapster's. I'll catch you guys there. Here we are. Now, for as much as Balin is a reformist, the ends don't always justify the means, and the whole castle situation is very bad, and we'll help where we can, but installing a poisonous liar like Balin onto a throne for an entire country, like, imagine the atrocities committed under him. We would be hurting a whole lot just to help a few. I'm not really willing to take that deal, but we will help Zerlinda where we can.
What are you looking at, stranger?
I met your daughter.
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine.
To call your daughter a castless whore is insane. I don't know what kind of father is that. If you don't take Zerlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing?
I do.
She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
It's insane. He's a baby, not a cur, and she loves him.
Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Alright, so he did prove amenable to wisdom pretty easily, actually. He didn't take much convincing. He was kinda sold on that quite quickly. Great news for Zerlinda and the baby. Yeah, for as much as I'm not... It's not my business to come in here and reform Orzammar from the ground up as an outsider, but I can't just walk by something like that and not help. Now, there's a lot of other people in the same situation, I'm sure, but... Help who you can where you can, right?
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Now, we could have sent them both to the surface, and she could have lived her life out, but again, the kid would then grow up without their own people. I'm not sure how that would necessarily go either, so...
So hungry.
We have a suspicious door here. This door appears to be made of solid stone. There are no visible means of opening it. On closer inspection, there is a small slot concealed in a fold of the stone, just big enough for a finger. You see nothing but blackness. Now there is kind of a mystery door here. Would be interested in seeing how we go ahead and open that.
Javia don't like no one asking questions about it.
Didn't get enough.
Let's see if any of the beggars have anything to say about that.
You need old Nadezda to play tour guide?
We do not. Let's, where's a buddy go to get drunk around here?
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want. I'll just stay out of your way then.
Alright, now we took a brief little venture into Dust Town. That's all we can do there for now. Let's check our quest log real fast. Keep looking for the thief. We have precious metals, which is deliver Rogek's lyrium to the Circle of Magi. Since we're pretty much done with Dust Town, and I'd like to make the Proving Grounds its own episode, I will probably go ahead and go to the Mage Tower and turn that in real fast. So, once again, I'll edit out the in-betweens. I'll catch you guys back at the Circle. Now, we did meet Goodwin before. If you remember, there's a sneaky little mage in one of the floors here, and he was hiding in the closet, not really doing much to help his people. Ah, here's Dagna.
This circle is amazing. Thank you so much for making this possible.
You're very welcome, although don't mind the corpses and blood littered all over the place. We got some cleaning up to do. Yeah, there was a sneaky little mage hiding inside a closet. You do remember, his name was Goodwin. Of course, that guy is the one that's peddling lyrium here to the Templars and mages, no doubt. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do something like this, but in the interest of doing all the quests, and of course undermining the Chantry's leash on these Templars, making them drug addicted, I'm very interested in doing this. Let's catch up with Cullen.
I wish I could have gone with them. To fight.
I think you need to rest your mind. He's going to be dealing with everything that happened in the tower here for a while, I'm sure. I think most of the survivors will probably remember this for the rest of their lives. I believe Goodwin is on this floor. I believe his closet is just up here. Excuse me, we passed the door already. Now let's see what kind of extortion we can hit Goodwin with.
Oh, it's you! You saved the circle.
I did.
Kiss your feet if you didn't look as though you'd kill me if I did that. You'll settle for a handshake, won't you? Maybe a kiss on the forehead, eh?
So yeah, I'm here about business. Your name is Godwin. I met a dwarf who mentioned you.
Rogek? Well, he's a personal friend, and sometimes we, you know, correspond. Did he, have anything for me?
Correspond, huh? Lyrium. But I bought it, so you're dealing with me now.
Yes, yes. I'll take it off your hands right now. What about 50 sovereigns? That's a good price, no?
50 is a little low. Make it 60, and we're in business.
You drive a hard bargain, friend. If I had children, they'd be starving. But I don't, so here's your gold. Out of curiosity, do you know why this lyrium took so long to get here?
There is trouble in Orzammar, and they're keeping people out.
Dwarves and their politics. Always causing trouble. How is the situation now?
I think the unrest will continue for some time.
Ah, I see. Well, I just wanted to know if I should expect another late delivery.
That's your problem, not mine.
I suppose you don't have much invested in our little operation. No matter. I've got this shipment. No point worrying about the next. Goodbye, then.
Right, so we already made 20 sovereigns from this, and we're not done yet. We can, of course, go back to Rogek. Alrighty, here we are back in Orzammar. Now, I imagine the reason why Rogek is doing business with the mages and why they want so much lyrium is because they're either doing secret spells, secretly powering up, or the other alternative that I suppose is that they would be giving the lyrium to the Templars for courtesy and favor. Templars are all addicts, and I'm sure a lot of them who are later on in their lyrium usage would certainly be willing to look the other way or perform certain favors for some fix of lyrium. What do you have to say for yourself, Rogek?
Well, if it isn't my new best friend. You make it to the tower yet?
Might change your mind on that. Package delivered, as promised.
Excellent. I must say I wasn't sure I'd see you back here. Now, that was 10 sovereigns we agreed to, right?
That's funny. Are you kidding? You know it was 30.
Well, that seems pretty steep. I can't believe I'd offer that much. But I do appreciate what you did. I'm gonna give you 25, and let's call it even. Pleasure doing business with you.
Well, I suppose ultimately that's that. It doesn't seem like we can actually pick a fight with them, so... that continues to go on, I guess. We did make a lot of money, though. We made 25 sovereigns out of that in total. I'll definitely take it. Now we're going to mosey on over to the Proving Grounds, and I'll probably wrap it up there. I think it'll be good to split all this up into its own episodes. There's a lot to dig through here in Orzammar. We have plenty to go. Even after the Proving, we're still not done in Orzammar. And then once we are done in Orzammar, we got a little foray into the deep roads to deal with, so...
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am?
Here's another nug.
I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to...
Oh, Alistair. Don't ask questions like that.
My manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
Oh, Alistair.
You are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
Like I keep saying, in the battle of wits, he's always outgunned. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to ring the bell. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Take care guys, have a good day.